Again, welcome to my channel, Stoic Stream. Imagine this, you're having casual conversations with a married woman, and suddenly you notice little things. She lingers a bit longer when she speaks to you. Her smile seems warmer, and her words seem to carry a deeper meaning. At first you brush it off. Maybe it's nothing, right? But as time goes on, her behavior becomes more noticeable. She avoids inviting others when you hang out. She opens up about her struggles in her marriage, and you catch her blushing during your conversations. You can't help but wonder, is she falling for me? Is there something more to this connection than meets the eye? It's a tricky, emotionally charged situation to navigate on one hand. The signals are hard to ignore, but on the other, the weight of her marital commitment complicates everything. How can you know for sure if her feelings for you go beyond friendship? And even more importantly, how do you handle such a delicate scenario with respect and integrity? In today's video, we're going to dive deep into this complex topic and uncover 9 undeniable signs that a married woman might be falling for you. These aren't just random gestures, these are psychological and behavioral cues backed by insights into human behavior. But here's the thing, lesson 1. Recognizing these signs isn't about taking advantage or pursuing someone who's already committed. It's about understanding the dynamics at play and respecting boundaries while navigating this sensitive territory. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand the signs, but you'll also gain a better perspective on how to handle these situations wisely and responsibly. Let's dive in. Sign 1. She doesn't want to include others when spending time with you. When a married woman is falling for you, one of the first signs you'll notice is her preference for spending time alone with you. She avoids group settings or inviting friends to join, choosing instead to create one-on-one moments. This behavior stems from a desire to build a deeper connection with you, while maintaining privacy and secrecy. By keeping others out of the equation, she ensures that your time together feels intimate and uninterrupted. It's not just about enjoying your company. She may also fear being discovered by people in her social circle. A third party might notice the bond you share and raise questions, which is why she prefers to keep things between just the two of you. Pay attention to how she reacts when you suggest including others in your plans. Lesson 2. Does she immediately dismiss the idea or seem uncomfortable if she consistently steers the conversation back to exclusive plans? It's a clear sign of her special interest in you. This tendency to isolate your interactions signals that she's prioritizing you over her regular commitments and possibly developing romantic feelings. While this may seem flattering, it's crucial to handle such situations with caution. Always assess the emotional stakes involved and consider the ethical implications before making any decisions. Sign 2. She complains about not liking her husband. If a married woman frequently criticizes or complains about her husband to you, it could be her way of expressing dissatisfaction in her marriage. These comments aren't always casual. They're often a deliberate attempt to create sympathy and establish emotional closeness with you. She might share stories about how her husband doesn't appreciate her, lacks certain qualities, or fails to meet her emotional needs. At the same time, she may compare you favorably, pointing out how understanding, kind, or attentive you are in contrast to him. This behavior subtly hints at her growing feelings for you, while venting about her marriage may seem like a natural thing to do. Pay attention to how often and intensely she brings it up. If she consistently paints her husband as the villain and leans on you for emotional support, she's likely seeing you as more than just a friend. However, keep in mind that this doesn't mean she's ready or willing to leave her marriage. Her feelings may be conflicted, and she could simply be seeking an emotional escape. If you notice this sign, it's important to approach the situation with empathy and clear boundaries. Her marriage issues should be addressed within her relationship, not through an emotional affair. Sign 3. She becomes silent when you talk about other women. One of the clearest signs of romantic feelings is jealousy, and this often reveals itself through silence. If you mention another woman in your conversations, a married woman who has feelings for you might suddenly go quiet. Her silence is a reaction to the fear of losing your attention to someone else. This reaction stems from her emotional attachment to you. She may feel a mix of possessiveness, sadness, and even anxiety. But because of her marital status, she can't openly express these emotions. Instead, she resorts to nonverbal cues, like a noticeable shift in her mood or demeanor testing. This is as simple as casually mentioning that you're lesson 3, interested in another woman. Observe how she responds if her usual lively energy fade or she changes the subject. It's a strong indication that your words have struck an emotional chord, while her silence may be subtle. It speaks volumes about her feelings. It's important to acknowledge this behavior and tread carefully. Recognizing the signs doesn't mean you should exploit them. Use this insight to understand her emotions, but maintain boundaries to avoid causing harm or complications. Sign 4. She says something or someone reminds her of you. When a married woman repeatedly mentions that things or people remind her of you, it's a sign that she's thinking about you more than she should. This behavior stems from a psychological tendency where the mind subconsciously connects everything around us to the person we miss or desire. For instance, she might casually mention that a song, a movie, or even someone's mannerisms remind her of you. These remarks, though seemingly innocent, reveal a deeper emotional attachment. Her subconscious mind is working overtime, associating everyday occurrences with you because you occupy her thoughts frequently. This behavior becomes even more significant considering her marital status. When a woman with a family finds herself constantly thinking about someone outside her relationship, it indicates an emotional conflict. These subtle hints are her way of expressing feelings that she cannot outright admit. If you notice her bringing you up in unrelated contexts or making these associations often, it's a clear sign of her growing interest. However, it's essential to approach such situations with caution and respect. Her emotions are complex, and while it's flattering to be on her mind, this dynamic requires careful handling to avoid complications. Sign 5. She blushes around you. Blushing is one of the most involuntary and honest reactions to strong emotions. When someone blushes in your presence, it's often a clear sign of nervousness, excitement, or attraction for a married woman. This reaction becomes even more telling, as it's harder for her to mask her feelings when she sees you. Her cheeks might flush, her voice may quiver, or she could laugh more than usual. These physical signs are her body's way of expressing emotions she may be trying to suppress, even if she tries to appear composed. Her body language often reveals what words cannot. Blushing is not something she can control, which makes it an authentic indicator of her feelings, whether it happens in a compliment or when she catches your gaze. Her reaction is a subconscious acknowledgement of her attraction to you. While it's tempting to interpret this as a green light, it's crucial to understand the boundaries involved. Her blushes might reveal her emotions, but they also highlight the internal struggle she's facing. Be mindful of the situation and avoid encouraging behaviors that could lessen or complicate things further. Sign 6. She uses indirect gestures to show you belong to her. A married woman who harbors feelings for you might not openly claim you due to her marital status, but she will use subtle gestures to indicate that she sees you as hers. These gestures are her way of marking her emotional territory without drawing too much attention. For example, she might agree with everything you say, emphasize how much she values your opinion, or make comments about how you're unlike anyone else. She could also find ways to touch your arm lightly during conversations, or give you lingering looks that convey her affection. These gestures often serve two purposes. They allow her to express her feelings without being explicit, and they subtly signal to others that you share a special connection. It's her way of drawing an invisible line between you and the rest of the world. Even if she can't openly declare her intentions, such actions, though indirect, clearly reflect her emotional investment. Recognizing these signs is important, but so is maintaining respect for the situation. Indirect gestures may seem harmless, but they often lead to deeper complications, if not addressed with care and clarity. Sign 7. She lies to her husband about being with you. If a married woman lies to her husband about spending time with you, it's one of the strongest indications of her emotional attachment. She might tell her spouse she's with friends or at work, when in reality she's with you. This secrecy stems from her fear of being discovered and the emotional risk involved by lying. She's prioritizing her time with you over her marital responsibilities. This behavior not only reveals her feelings, but also highlights the internal conflict she's facing. If she weren't emotionally invested in you, she wouldn't feel the need to hide your interactions. However, this behavior raises ethical questions. While her lies may seem like a testament to her feelings, they're also a sign of the complications her actions could bring to her relationship. Understanding this behavior is crucial, but so is maintaining a respectful approach. Allow her to resolve her emotions without encouraging deceitful actions that could lead to more significant problems. Sign 8. She goes out of her way to keep you happy. When a married woman starts putting extra effort into ensuring your happiness, it's a clear sign that you hold a special place in her heart. She might go out of her way to make your day better, remember the little things that matter to you, or even make sacrifices to see you smile. For instance, she might buy you a thoughtful gift, remember your favorite coffee order, or rearrange her schedule to spend time with you. These actions demonstrate her growing emotional attachment and her desire to be a source of comfort and support in your life. Her efforts are more than just friendly gestures, they're expressions of her affection. She's likely prioritizing your happiness over her own, which is a significant indicator of lesson 5, deeper feelings. However, this behavior also reveals the emotional conflict she's experiencing, as she's investing in a relationship outside her marriage. While it's flattering to receive such attention, it's essential to approach the situation with maturity and empathy. Recognizing her efforts doesn't mean encouraging them. Instead, use this understanding to navigate at the relationship responsibly and respectfully. Sign, and she may call or text you late at night. Late night calls and texts are a significant sign that you're on her mind. Even when the world has quieted down, a married woman who feels something for you will often wait until her household is asleep or her husband is occupied before reaching out. These moments of privacy allow her to express herself more openly. Her messages might start innocently with casual greetings or updates. However, over time, the conversations may become more personal, touching on emotions or memories that you share. Late-night communication shows that you occupy her thoughts during moments of solitude, when she's free to focus on her true feelings. If she consistently initiates contact during these hours, it's a clear indication of her emotional attachment. However, it's crucial to consider the implications of these actions. Late-night conversations can deepen emotional bonds, complicating the situation further. Being mindful of her feelings and the boundaries involved is key. While her actions may feel validating, they also highlight the need for clear communication and responsible handling of the situation. Thank you for staying with me till the end of this video. Understanding the signs of a married woman's interest can be eye-opening. But remember, it's important to handle such situations with care, empathy, and respect for everyone involved. Relationships are complex, and navigating them responsibly is essential to avoid causing pain or misunderstandings. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel and share it with someone who might benefit from it. Also, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. so you never miss out on our future content filled with valuable tips and discussions about human behavior, relationships, and psychology. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about these signs? Have you encountered similar situations before? Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's start a meaningful conversation. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care. Stay mindful and always strive to make the right choices in your relationships. See you in the next video.